I'm here. Where are y'all? Come on in, let's talk about it. Baby, I'm on edge tonight. I can't even watch no Monday night football. My Ravens ain't playing the Thursday night, so I'm not into no football tonight. I've been reading about a lot of stuff today. I had the opportunity to read a lot this afternoon. Grab your favorite beverage, whatever it may be. I got some water. Well, I never did get the water. So while y'all coming in, let me grab the water. But I also have my drink of choice tonight, which is the end of the margarita. But we got so much to talk about because there's a lot's going on out there in the news today. I had the opportunity to read up on a lot of it. What's up, Steve? Y'all thought I wasn't coming, didn't you? Food, y'all didn't. Yeah, I'm here. Where's the rest of the crew is what I need to know. Okay, but we're going to get started because I got lots to talk about tonight. Hey, Shaquilla, how you doing, baby? I'm good. Ain't been too long, got home from work. Yeah, it's light early in the morning, but it's dark when we get off in the evening. We left the bus going up to clock out at 5:45, and it was already getting dark. By the time I got to the gate to open up the gate to come in, it was already dark. It's a big difference. I feel like it's 9 or 10 o'clock because it's already been dark here for about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. Hello, Elaine. Then I don't know why my stomach trying to hurt. I don't understand that. But I'm gonna bear with the pain and I'm gonna get on through it. I'm gonna act like it's not hurting. Let me turn this phone down. Cause you know she's subject to rain. Let me see who I missed. Hey, Miss Joy, how you doing? Okay, so first of all, for those of us who live here in this Houston area, we have a tropical storm out there. And that tropical storm's name is Raphael, forming in the Gulf. Did y'all know that? I ain't know it till today. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to tell y'all about. But I just think it's a little, well, it's still warm out there though. Because today it was back up in the 80s. Like we had a nice little 70s spree for just a little while, but it didn't last too long. Saying ain't so, not another one, Raphael. Yes, thing. So we ain't out the woodshed yet. We got about, I got to look it up and see what's the last day, but I know it's in November. And I want to say it's like the second or the third week in November. Yep. Look it up, Elaine. Raphael, spelled Rafael. Okay. Then y'all probably already know that the legendary music producer Quincy Jones passed away at the age of 91. But he did not leave here without telling us how he felt about the Don. Jones was a titan of the music industry with a 7-decade career that saw him win 28 Grammys and worked for, let me put my glasses on so I can see the comments and everything. Okay, 28 Grammy Awards and worked with musicians like Michael Jackson, Celine Dion, Frank Sinatra, and Count Basie, just to name a few. So in 2018, Jones made no secret about how he felt about Trump, who he had previously mocked for his campaign stunts and antics just before he passed away. He actually started this in 2018. Jones was then 84 years old when he said this: "I used to hang out with him. He's a crazy mother effer. Limited mentally, a mega maniac, narcissistic, and I can't stand him. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones." Condolences to the Jones family. Moving on. Hurricane season is November the 30th, so we got almost a whole month because this just came in. Today is the 4th. So hopefully the water has cooled off enough where it won't be so bad if it does come in, but we don't know what part of the Gulf it's going to hit. Because it could hit Florida, it could hit New Orleans, or it could hit Texas. Okay. There's a controversial singer out there named Azealia Banks. Now, I'd never heard of this. So as I was reading today, I was just scaling through all this stuff, and I was like, man, it's so much information out here. We'd have to be on here 48 hours from just the topics that I saw today, much less sitting down discussing each one of them. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just hit the topics that I saw today. And if y'all want to go back and read them, y'all are welcome to. But at least you'll be familiar with what's going on out there. So this singer, like I said, was a controversial singer, songwriter. She switched her vote at the 9th hour at the last minute and made a decision to vote for Kamala one day before the election. So she did that today. There's a conservative church Baptist pastor. He's pastor of a mega church in Arlington, Texas. He has 3,000 members. The name of the church is Cornerstone Baptist Church. He endorsed Kamala yesterday. Okay? Now, I saw some real silly stuff as I was reading out there too. Y'all remember the Navy SEAL that killed bin Laden? He wrote on X, which formerly is Twitter, that the boys, quote unquote, okay, supporting Harris, they would be his concubines, in a alarming comment for voting for VP Harris. His name is Robert J. O'Neill. He goes further to say it got really, really deep with him. And some guy by the name of Sisson, which is Sisson, fought back with him and said, real men support Harris. He is from the Gen Z voter group. So they are voting for Kamala. O'Neill came back and tweeted back by claiming they weren't real men, before bizarrely implying he have some type of sexual abusive relationship with them. That's what he would have done. I said, wow, this is getting real deep here. He also told them, you are not men, you are boys. O'Neill said, if there was no social media, you would be my concubines. Y'all ever heard anything this crazy? This election stuff is wild. Y'all also know I've been asking, Where was the Donald's wife? Well, I saw an article out there today saying that Ivanka and Melania skipped the rally as Trump's family appears on stage in bid for the women's vote. Why is she skipping that? Why she don't go out there like she did before and at least make a speech for her husband? Something ain't right with that, y'all. I'm telling you. We'll find out later, but just remember, I just don't think I've been saying it all along. Where is she? Why ain't she campaigning? She knows something we don't know. Hey, Eli, how you doing? Let's go, Trump. Well, you go right ahead on with him then, baby. And stay in here. Don't take him out. Oh, shoot. Who took him out? Sting? Let him stay in here so he can hear this stuff, what Trump been doing. It ain't been nothing good out there. In none of these articles I've been reading. Trump rallies leave our dozen American cities. See, he should have been in here, Sting, with unpaid bills. He ain't paying his bills again, Eli. The campaign failed to cover the full cost of hosting his events, according to ABC News. By the way, Elon Musk told people to not support ABC News, and they have lost 1 million followers. You see what money can do? Money is the root of all evil for real. Now, it just disturbs me how people can be such followers and don't use their brain at all. How can you tell me who to support and I'm just going to go do what you say? Did you give me any monies for me to do that? Because if you ain't give me no money, man, you better move on. And I ain't talking about no change. I'm talking about some millions for me to go and not watch ABC News. And how you know them people ain't watching? Trump was telling the people not to pay the vendors. Is that what you're saying, Steve? Okay, good, Eli. You can still hear me say you just can't comment. She was quick draw on you, baby. She don't want you in here. I'm giving commentary. I ain't moderating. I let my moderators do their thing. When it comes to what they want to see, what they want to hear, and what they feel is disrespectful or is non-compliant to what we talking about, hey, they do their thing. I say nothing. But moving on. So the next thing I saw, the title said, I am allowed to hit her now. So I got the reading and I'm like, well, who is she? Who you gonna hit now? He a violent little man too. Why is he so violent? Y'all, I'm trying to keep this little thing on my head and I got these braids up here and it don't want to stay down, making my head feel like it's big. And it really ain't that big, but you know, it won't come down. So y'all deal with it. I just want to show you another one I had gotten. That's all. Tanya Trainer, Facebook, love my knots. Okay, so Trump tells the rally crowd that he wanted to hit back at Michelle Obama. Everybody didn't like that. Some people thought it was a threat. Okay? So, I don't know how that's going to come out because you know he's already threatened Liz Cheney. And them people was calling for him, say he broke his violations of this felony charges and stuff he got. Now he need to be locked up. So he need to really watch his mouth. But as we go further, I hope Eli is still listening. I just helped you get off. Okay. Richard B is up and he said, yes, ma'am, it was. All right. I got some people agreeing with me. You saw it too, huh? Trump wants the presidential winner to be declared on the night of the election. When has that ever happened? See, he putting too many demands on people. You can't just go out there and make up laws and change laws. Who are you? His parole, violating his parole. Thank you. That's what the word I was looking for, Sting. This man is something else. So he's stepping up his demands. He wants the votes counted tomorrow night and declare a winner tomorrow night. When you know all the votes, and people are voting at 10 minutes to 7, up to 7 o'clock. How can you declare a winner and all the votes are not in? Can somebody tell me how that can make sense? He doing too much. He really is. He doing way too many things for me. Hey, mister. Now, he know that's impossible, but he said those things. And whatever he says, he means it. But that's what we're dealing with. So, let's see. What else is he doing? So he says, if Trump declares victory before the votes are counted, Harris is saying you will fail. The whole campaign will be destroyed. She ain't up for no tricks and no games. She is done, okay? She just want a fair election. If she wins, she wins. If she lose, she lose. Trump is saying by any means necessary. If he have to slap somebody, hit somebody, shoot whatever he got to do, why is it so important that he get in there? Why can't he just run an ordinary campaign without all the shenanigans and all the bashing and, calling people out their name and all that other stuff? He cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. I think so. I really do. Now, after all of this, I saw another article. It says it's not even close. Trump melts down over new report on conservative state collapse. Okay? So I'm giving y'all the topics that's out there. And if you want to go read everything that's in there, because we won't have time. Like I said, we'd have to stay on here 48 hours. We ain't doing that. But early Sunday morning, Trump jumped on his Truth Social platform. Now, I ain't never heard of that before. Truth Social platform. And he fired back at the polls that were coming out in Iowa, showing him losing to Kamala. Now, losing is not in his vocabulary. So, and people who don't go along with him, they gonna get stomped on. All right? Joyce say, hello, don't want to go to jail. Why? I mean, everybody else who break the crime and do crimes and break the law, they go to jail. So why is he so important and so good and he can't go? What gives him the right to think that he can break the law as many times as he's broken it and not go to jail? When they banned him from Twitter, he made his own platform. Okay, so that's his platform, Truth Social platform. All right. Richard B said, yeah, he's been a loser. You did the crime, so do the time. As Joyce agreed. Exactly. Well, Kamala Harris's cousin came out today. His name is Sherman Harris. And he and the family fear for her safety following the election. And that's what he spoke on today. The entire family, he says, is on edge and is very nervous for her. And I would be too. You don't have any idea if he's saying all this stuff. He mean it. And he might try to do it. Richard is saying, I know dudes with felonies that can't get jobs, but this dude can run for president. Exactly, Richard. I know some felons that can't touch money. They have to do jobs where it's no money involved, like hard work out there with asphalt on the streets or maybe building something, houses or something like that, but they can't touch no money, like working on a job where there's money involved. They got to go work in a plant. When I was working in the plant, they did not let felons in. but they had such a shortage of labor, and once they got away from people that were contracted by the company and went to outside contract work, and they didn't have the benefits that they were paying us, they didn't have insurance, they didn't have 401k, they didn't have any of that. They paid them a little bit more money than they paid us at the time I was there, because they wasn't buying them benefits. They were matching us dollar for dollar, but they didn't do none of that for them. They get sick, they on their own. They got to save their own money. They got to buy their own insurance. So in the end, they really not making what we were making with the benefits. Okay. Mr. say if he lose, he's going to say they stole the election. I think that they're prepared for that, Misty, that he's coming up with something. It's just not going to be, okay, I concede like most people do when they lose. Just like he did the last time. He ain't going to act right. We already know that. Hey, Tangela, one more day. Yes, Tangela. I'm on the edge, Tangela. But from what I read today, it seems like she's got a little edge on him, and he losing it. Hold on, y'all. Got to turn this air up a little bit. It's a little warm in here. I have it turned down when I'm not here. I think my rice is done too. I'm cooking too. Okay, I might as well make my rounds and see. Yep, it is. Okay. I told you I cooked steak today, and I cooked too much, so tomorrow it's going to come back steak and gravy with rice. I don't know the vegetable yet, but at least I have a start. Let me go back up here. Richard says January 6th won't happen again. They ready for them. They got to be. They know he's going to pull some stunt. He's doing something now. We just don't know what it is. And Lord, I hope he don't try that counting the ballots again for months, time after time after time. No, Richard, I'm not selling plates, but if you're close enough, you're welcome to some. Yep. Okay, let me see what else is out there. So we talked about Kamala's cousin was the last thing we were talking about, in fear for her life. And the family's on edge and very nervous for her. She been ahead of him, but they don't want to alarm. That's possible after what I was reading today, Joy. Now, Miss Tangela's in here, but she can't talk about it. But she's also in Florida, and she is working with the Kamala campaign. She's a content creator. Check her out. And hopefully you will stay on all day tomorrow and bring us the results, because I'm going to be sitting there waiting, looking, okay? Don't invite me to a good meal. I'll drive. How far you gonna drive to get it? Because I'm going to bed after I get off the hill now, Richard. I'm outside of Houston. I'm south of Houston. I'm in Florida also. Okay, Miss Joy. He's got to get those swing states, and he knows it. And according to my readings, he don't exactly have Pennsylvania. Okay? People also think that Trump's comment about Michelle Obama sounded a lot like a threat. Now, she's married and he's married. How do you think Barack felt about that? And what he gonna do? Just stand up and let you do whatever to his wife as if you don't have a wife? This is how crazy this man thinks. It's silly. I came with him. There was a leaked memo that reveals a plan for Trump to skip the traditional background checks if he's elected and give his appointees immediate access to classified secrets after taking office, according to Maggie Haberman of the New York Times. This stuff is crazy, y'all. How you gonna just put somebody in there and give them immediate access to classified information? Who does that? Okay? There's no other way to put it. Kamala Harris has the momentum, according to the Independent News. Self-love. Oh, you talking to him? Okay. They don't. They love to come in here and troll, but Sting is on it. She gonna take him up out of here, baby. She is on it tonight because Sting likes politics and history. Okay? And she's pretty good at that. Okay, Karma. We'll see tomorrow, baby. I'm glad you got the American flags. But again, you're out, baby, out here on this virtual cruise ship. She taking you overboard. Hope you can swim. You got a ways to go too, sugar. Okay? We're on a cruise ship. You got to have a lot of water to be on a cruise ship. That's good, Sixpenny. He's funny. We don't need funny. See, that's where you're not funny. The country is in too bad a shape to be trying to get a comedian in the White House. We need somebody that's highly intelligent, knows politics, can interact with other countries around the world, can get us out of this inflationary period we've been going through with gas prices off the hizzle, food prices, old people deciding whether they want to buy medication or eat. Come on now. We don't need funny. We need serious right about now. You're exactly right. 4 years of that, and I promise we'll all be in the poorhouse. I promise you. Because he got a plan. He want in there bad for some reason. And it ain't to help us. But I'm going to tell you about yourself in a few minutes. Okay? Trump is in defense in North Carolina and Pennsylvania. So that's 2 swing states he needs. But according to what I've read, she's ahead. Kamala Harris states that RFK Jr. is the last person in America who should be in charge of health care. Where is Ben Carson? Ain't that his man? Now, he put him over something the last time that he ain't know nothing about. So why did he choose him this time to be over healthcare since he's in the healthcare field? Let's see what Tangela's saying. As of last night, Miami-Dade County Republicans led Democrats by 33,000 ballots out of 870,000. She could pick that up tomorrow. That's just one county. Okay, so we ain't gonna worry about that little one right there. Florida ain't no swing state either, is it, Tangela? I don't think so. I saw where he was way ahead out of Vegas, too. I mean, she was. Excuse me. You praying, Tangela? We all need to get on our knees and pray tonight. Yes, indeed. And I'm kind of like perturbed with RFK Jr. with your uncle being a president, Democratic president of the United States, with your daddy being there, and they both were assassinated. I can't with you either. I was trying to think of what I was going to say, but I can't with you either. You don't know who is? Robert Kennedy Jr.? Is that who you talk about, Richard B? I'm scared and we'll be in the office looking at numbers all night tonight, all day tomorrow, and all night tomorrow. Don't build up too much anxiety though, Tangela. Put it in the hands of the Lord and just look through it and just let him work that thing out. Okay, because I think they're going to really be watching those polls and those poll workers also this time. Michael Moore makes a bold prediction, y'all, about Tuesday. This is his quote. He says, "The last we will see of him." In other words, like he's gone. Hey, Patricia Stevens, content creator. I'm so stressed. We have law enforcement monitoring the polls, and that's good. Hopefully, it ain't no crooked ones either, because you know all them ain't good either. Okay. So let's see if Michael Moore's prediction is going to come true, because he's boldly predicting that this is the last we will ever see of him. Hopefully. Trump boasts he has beautiful white skin right after slamming Kamala Harris while in Michigan on Friday. Did any of y'all see that? We got our eyes on Pennsylvania and Michigan right now. Okay, good, Tangela. I'm so glad you're out here. And the first time that I went to her channel, she was actually talking about that 25 packet that he put out here that a lot of people don't know about and didn't read, and I didn't know about it either. And I was just so enthused and just overwhelmed with the information that she had and the information she was putting out there. So y'all have to catch her channel tomorrow. She'll keep y'all updated. Um, White, ain't he orange? He look orange to me. He don't look white to me, but that's what he said. It's out there. I got it. It's a topic. I'm reading you the topics that were out there, not necessarily going into a lot of detail with them. But how racist does that sound? That sounds pretty biased to me. Yes, Tangela, orange. This man's something else, y'all. The endorsement of Kamala as president by John Sweeney, who is Scotland's first prime minister, has been branded an insult by Trump. So how you gonna get along with other countries? He said he could just make a phone call. He didn't even have to be there. He could just make a phone call and they'll do whatever he wanted to do. Richard B. said orange clown, and I agree. He is. Former first daughter, Barbara Bush, breaks her silence on why she's campaigning for Kamala. Okay. Scared Trump campaign workers reportedly stuffed conference room holes with napkins over fears of being looked at. They scared. Okay? Why would you be scared? Are you scared, Tangela? Because you ain't doing nothing wrong, so there's no fear. You got the police officers there. So what are they doing that they so afraid of? This was reported by one of the fired workers that they're so scared. Y'all doing something y'all ain't got no business. Trump gets shocking news from a double whammy on poll results. This comes from Margaret Hoover on an inside internal polling from the Trump campaign. He went ballistic. I'm not scared, sis. I've been threatened. I mean, I've gone through it all this election. I'm not scared. You don't have to be. Put your trust in the Lord. That's it. And whatever your time is, that's when you're going to go. You can't walk around and let people put fear in you. That's what they want you to do. I ain't afraid of nobody here on earth. Nobody. Eli, you back, so act right this time. Okay? And listen up. Imagine being the VP that has to certify the election that you won. I can't. it's going to be a hurting thing, but I think she'll do it with grace and class. I see that in her. All right, you're going to act right. Okay, we going to see. Sting still got her eyes on you, so we going to see, okay? That's all I'm going to say, Eli. Make your comments, make them respectful. Even though you're a Trump supporter, it matters not to me. Sting is telling you, Eli about to put you out again. It's going to be permanently. Okay, you heard her. Tangela is agreeing. She says she will. And then you back in here talking about, yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going on with the commentary. Trump gets shocking news from a double whammy of the poll results was the last thing we were talking about before Eli came back in. So he was listening, Sting. The Daily Beast has connected Trump and Epstein when they had their relationship before his demise. This was written by Michael Wolff, and he alleged that Epstein once showed him photos of Trump posing with topless young girls. I don't doubt it. You get more with sugar than exactly, Eli. Because Miss Tangela ain't playing with you either. She don't want you in here either, and I don't care, okay? You don't affect me one way or the other. A second Trump presidency, according to the article that was written in Australia, it says a second Trump presidency would put Australia on a collision course with the United States, according to The Guardian. And this was written by Paul Daly. So there are even other countries that can't even vote, but they are endorsing Kamala and don't want him in there. I saw something else out there about Obama where he's asking the Hispanic voters, because he carries a lot of their votes, why would you want him in here? He's used your people for labor for years, and he didn't pay them. A lot of his buildings were built by Hispanics. A lot of the people who work inside of his hotel are Hispanics. I don't understand how people's brains work. Nobody don't want to work with that man. I mean, nobody. He's too wishy-washy. He'll say one thing and do another. He has a history of not paying people. You can get very, very wealthy if you keep building buildings that's making you money and you're not paying anybody for it. Look how I just told you he went out and did campaigns in 12 states and owe those cities money. Okay, so that's just crazy to me. How people don't see that. I guess you see what you want to see. It's like the guy who came in and says, oh, he's funny. Who needs funny? I need somebody that's going to, seriously get down to business. I am on a fixed income for the rest of my life, and I don't need him messing with my Social Security. I don't need him messing with nothing of mine that I have worked 40-some years for and still working. I don't. Leave everything of mine alone. Now, if you want to go out there and you want to play with them rich white folks, and you're not going to put no taxes on them, but the middle class and the poor people, we can't have no more taxes. We done with that. We busy putting gasoline and food on the table right now. Keeping a roof over our head, clothes on our back, the essentials of life. We ain't got time for that. I have a page on Facebook that cursed me out every single day because of Trump. What? Girl, I know you lying. I'm going to have to come over there. I didn't know you have. I have a page on Facebook too and don't never go on there and don't do nothing with it. I might be reaching 1,000 supporters. I ain't been on there in a year and a half. I started when I started my YouTube channel. And I just came over here because I thought this would be harder for me to get subscribers, but it really hasn't, even with people trying to tear it down and coming for me and saying different stuff and lying and all this other stuff. It really has moved pretty fast. And then I did excellent that first year because I didn't work. And then when I hopped up the next year and decided to go to work, I don't have the time to do a lot of the shorts I was doing in the beginning that draw a lot of people in, even though you don't get paid for them. It sends you and it keeps you up in the algorithms. So I think I'm moving okay now with the little time I have to prepare to come out here, because I'm not a reaction channel, so I just don't come out here talking about people. I try to come out here with topics that will affect everybody or something my chat wants to talk about. I know I went to your page and you don't go on it at all. I haven't been on it. What's this? 2024? Whenever I started out here, I guess that was 2022, around December, November 2022. And now this is 2024. So I've been out here like a little over, well, it'd be 2 years, I guess, coming up. I got to look and see. Either November, December, it'd be 2 years out here. And I think I have maybe 3 or 4 topics over there on Facebook. And I still get people that look at them and follow me. So I really need to do them simultaneously. That's what. But when I first came out here, I found that very hard to do. So I just said, okay, I'm going to drop Facebook. I'm going to get YouTube and get it up. But I'm at a level now over here on YouTube where it doesn't matter. I mean, I really could do them both together. I have enough experience now. Just learning how to operate both of them and then getting the right app where you could go on both of them at the same time. I knew nothing when I came out here. The only thing I knew is I had lost my husband and I was going through a grieving process, and it was like, okay, if you get a channel, at least you'll be around people and you'll get a chance to talk to people, because I was just sleeping my life away. I would wake up to eat. I'd wake up to go to the bathroom. I'd wake up by the time my sister and my brother-in-law came home, because I was staying with them when I first came back from Baltimore. And I'd go downstairs and I'd cook for them and barely was eating, losing a lot of weight, and go back upstairs and go back to sleep. I just basically slept through probably 6 or 7 months of my life. And that's how I got through it. Just slept through it. I know, okay. I look like B who? Who is B? Slow Folks TV. I don't know who B is. I've never been told that before. I always am told I look like Debbie Allen and I sound like Jasmine Guy. That's the two things I always hear. Now I look like B. So who is B? Huh? Okay, let's see what else I had. Oh, Sting, you in here. Tell me about Ms.V. Did you see the story that they did on me when I lost my only child to gun violence? No, and I'm glad I didn't. If it was negative, no, I'm glad I didn't see it. I don't like that. I don't like the back and forth. I don't like the bashing. I mean, we all black out here. We all have a platform out here. I was thinking today, it would be so nice to be able to do panels, something I've never done before, because there's just so much hate and so much envy out here on YouTube. I don't see it as much on Facebook, but there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of everything negative over here. And if you do a platform, that means, oh, she rocking with her, or she rocking with, I rock with who I want to. Okay? I rock with those who support me. And just like I have content creators in here tonight, I would love to be on YouTube, and while we were talking about this, do it on a panel. You do lots of panels, Tangela. I don't get a chance to come over there as much as I did when, this summer, I was able to come over there more. trying to find time to even come out here on my own channel, but I'm gonna have to come over there more often. I don't get involved with that mess. I can't. It's too draining. It's too toxic. I'm too old. Old people don't want to be bothered with that. We don't. We just want to live and be healthy. Come out here, talk to our chat. Oh, I should. It's not negative. Okay. Do you have it on your channel, Tangela? Because I think you told me and Miss Margaret that night when we came up on your panel that you had lost your child to gun violence. My husband had lost his oldest son to gun violence in Baltimore, had bought a new car, went down to the service station to gas up, and they came up behind him and hit him in the back of the head for the car. He was in his 20s. Yeah. And my husband never got over that. Never. When it came around to his birthday, Father's Day, it was just certain holidays he had a hard time with. Okay. All we want to do is live, laugh, love, and have fun. Exactly. They don't understand that. My email, Sting, put my email in the chat for me. vetbmom@gmail.com. I created an organization called Florida Appearance of Murdered Children, and I've gotten lots of legislation and policies passed. That's it, Tangela. You would be the one, too. A great spokesperson for that. I can see that when I came over on your channel that night. Now, tell me, do you have other children? Was that your only child? Miss Joyce saying it's hard when you lose a child. I've never lost one, but my mom always said that. My mom lost how many children before she passed? She lost her twins, both of them. One to cancer, one drowned. She lost my special needs brother. And so that left three of us. And she buried her husband. So she buried her husband and three children before she passed. My only child, my only heartbeat. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tangela. I only have one also. So I understand. I have one child and two grandchildren, a boy and a girl. My condolences to you, Tangela. You lost your son also, Miss Joy, so we have a lot in common over here. Yeah, my heart goes out to y'all. Because that's just like losing an organ, a part of your body. That's your child. Yeah, y'all making me sad now. But anyway, I just wanted to come out here tonight and talk to y'all for a little while and bring up some topics that I had seen while I was trying to ride the bus back home with the children this evening. I said, let me just get on here and see what they're saying about that. And those were all the topics of conversation. And I was thinking, man, I haven't even combed the surface of this thing yet. There's way more than this. And I was like, wow. So let me get out here and tell them, for those who came in late, we talked about another storm is out there in the Gulf. Give a recap, called Raphael. We talked about the music producer, Quincy Jones, who passed away at 91, and what he thought of Trump. Not very much. Those people who have made a last minute decision and turned their vote around in the ninth hour for Kamala. She's leading in places that he thought he had won, obviously. Hey, Princess. And he's becoming unraveled. So my thing is, let's pray tonight that the best person for the job gets in there. That God hears our prayers and understands our struggles and our needs. Because we just can't take 4 years of that. We don't know where he's coming from. We don't know what he's going to do. We know what he'll say. He's been saying it all along. And it just Tomorrow could just change all of our lives permanently for the rest of our lives. We can't recover from this. It's too late in the evening. This world needs prayers. We are in trouble, Queen. Yes, we are. The gist is in Canada, but she has lived here in the United States, Tangela. But she understands everything going on here. She comes into the chat every day, and we've been talking about this, hitting and missing between this and the Diddy stuff. But I'm like, I don't even want to talk about no Diddy tonight. He ain't important. By the way, today was his birthday. Turned 55 today. And I did read a short little thing about what he had for breakfast. I'm sure that wasn't the breakfast of choice, but that's what he had. He had a choice of chicken or tofu, noodles or something for lunch. And the dinner wasn't too much better. But, like things say, you got to pay the cost, be the boss, and pay the time for the crime. So he asked for it, he got it. Also, his mother and his son are feuding. Diddy Jr., that's what I call him, Christopher, over a $55 million estate of his. But what they're not realizing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you don't know if it's going to be 55 million in the end. Every lawyer you got has to be paid for. All these civil suits against you, they got to be paid for. So how do you feel it's going to be 55 million? Both of them, in my opinion, are just greedy because this man ain't never been convicted yet. But yet they know in their minds he's gone, obviously, to already be out there fighting. Like Fred Sanford said, this the big one. Exactly. It really is. So I encourage everybody who has not voted, polls open at 7 in the morning, please get out there. Because tomorrow at 7 will be too late. And you will live with the choice of whatever you didn't vote for might just get in there. Or whoever. Somebody came into the chat the other day, remember singing? They said, Ms.V, I'm just not voting. Because I don't know who to vote for, or something to that effect. And I'm like, no, you gotta vote. I think it was, no, I don't want to say that because I'm not for sure it was her. But anyway, if you're out there and you listen or you catch the replay, please go out there and vote. This means so much. To me, having lived 70 years, been voting since I think I was 19 when I started voting. This is the most critical of all of them I've ever voted for. This one right here. Yeah. We've had some hard times in the past. Back in the 80s, here in the South, we had some gas crunches. Didn't make sense to me. I worked in an oil refinery. How could we have a gas crunch when they letting us go over there as employees and get the Amoco gas so we can come back and forth to work? Every Thursday, we could go over there and fill up. A lot of things just don't make sense to me. You remember that saying? Yeah. Yeah. So this has been my commentary for the night. I'm not going to stay on here a long time because I'm not used to this time. And I feel like I'm past my bedtime now. And ordinarily, I wouldn't be going to bed till 11 or 12 o'clock. But then I stayed up last night too late, too, because I got up around 2:30 to go to the bathroom and thinking I was going to go right back to bed and go right back to sleep. And for some reason, I could not go back to sleep. And then I ordinarily wake up between 4 and 4:15 in the morning. So that's probably why I'm sleepy and I'm tired tonight, because usually I'm bursting with energy. Yep. So please hit the like button for me. We're coming up on our hours thing. I really appreciate you coming in, Maud. Thank you, Tangela, for coming over. So tomorrow I'm going to have to tune into your channel while I'm at work and stay abreast of what's going on and keep my fingers crossed and keep praying throughout the day. And hopefully God will answer our prayers. Yes, ma'am, because ordinarily it would be almost 9:30. Uh-huh. Okay, did I miss anybody before I go? I don't think so. Thanks for all of y'all coming in. And thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate that. Like, share, and subscribe. Um, you have a blessed night also, Tajisti, and everybody in the chat. May God bless you and take care of you until we meet again. It's been fun, but I gotta run. Take care. Love you much. Ms.V in chat was on the phone. No problem, Miss Audrey. Miss Sting handled it by herself. You're always here, and I always appreciate you for coming in. And remember the content creators that came in. The next time they come in, I want y'all to drop the link in there for them because people will subscribe if it's there. But if they got to go look for them, and even though I'm calling out content creators, they're not going to say anything. Good night, Explore with the Edwards. Good night, Scott. Hey, Scott, how you doing, sugar? Good to see you. Good night, everybody. A big win tomorrow. Yes. With that being said, love you much. Good night.